Yes, welcome to African Liberation Station, live and direct. I give thanks each and every day, each and every hour, for I, great ancestors, that always, you know, give I the strength, see it. I give thanks, yeah, man, each and every day, see it. Because it's because of I ancestors why I am here, and it's because of your ancestors why you are here. Right? So I always will give thanks to the ancestors, them, see it, great and small, I give thanks to them all. See it. So welcome to the African Liberation Station, the place where we liberate your mind as usual. See it. Because it's time for us to liberate our mind. And right now, at this moment in time, that is what I want to talk about tonight. The subject of the traumas that have not healed within us as a people, how we are going to deal with these traumas, and why is it important? Imotapero, give thanks for your presence, man. You know, King Activity, yeah, man, big up, give thanks. Give thanks each and everyone who are forward into the chat room for the love, as always, see it. Yeah, man. You know, it's just something, as I said, these things just keep coming on my meditation. So whatever I come on my meditation is what I am going to discuss, and it's what I'm going to reason about. So tonight I'm going to reason about, the traumas that we need to heal. We need to deal with the traumas. Because a lot of us are walking around with an unhealed traumas. And even if when you come into spirituality, right? You're going to realize that you have these traumas, and you're going to sometime, even to get into meditation, you have blockage that you can't really get deep into meditation because you find yourself that you can't focus. Yeah, man, King is in the house. As always, man, I give thanks for the I and I them. So we have a lot of unhealed traumas that we need to deal with individually and collectively, right? One of the things is that there's many brothers that and sisters that will come and say, well, our people need to do this and our people need to do that and the other. And I even myself have talked about the things them that we need to do as a people. But the reality is we have to deal with ourselves first and foremost before we can move forward. When you have unhealed traumas, doesn't mean that you're not going to do the work. That doesn't mean that you're not going to do anything. You're going to do things. You are on a spiritual journey, on a spiritual quest. You have lost your way for a very long time. Now you come to the place and the point where you're going to have to deal with self in order for you to go to the next level, right? So unhealed traumas is going to prevent you from going to the next level. Listen to me carefully. Unhealed traumas are going to prevent you from going to the next level. That is why, as I said before, sometimes you are trying to meditate, but you are not able to. You are not able to because of the traumas within yourself that is causing blockage. All of the things that you have been through, and some of them is not even things that you have been through, is things that your ancestors have been through, and they are in you. And so you need to heal from all of that in order to move forward. How do you start the process? That is what we want to know, because I'm not just here to talk about problem, I'm here to talk about solution. If you don't have the resource to go and get help to heal these traumas, because there is brothers and sisters there that they have the capability to help you to heal from the traumas that you have suffered. Now, we know that therapy, it costs money. And a lot of us is very short on resources, especially these days and time, because the system has make everything so difficult. But if you don't have the resources to heal from the traumas, this is where you can start. Now, first thing is, when you're going to meditate, you're going to have to realize what is it that you are meditating for and on. What is the purpose of your meditation? This is what you're gonna have to really focus on, is say, what is the purpose of my meditation? So now when you're going into meditation, you're going to say, okay, I talk to yourself. This is what I'm saying. Talk to yourself. Don't be afraid to talk to yourself. Okay. Talk to yourself. Ask your higher self for help. Hear me and hear me well. Ask your higher self for help to heal the traumas, because you need to unearth these traumas that you can heal them and move forward. Now, you will be there, taking in your breath, trying to relax yourself. If you're good at causing yourself to relax, great. But if you're not, it is going to take a little while, because you might feel tense, especially up here in the shoulder areas. That have to be released. So taking breath, letting them in and out, it is going to help you. And you should breathe only through your nostrils, okay? Not through your mouth. And when you are doing that process, okay, things will come up. Okay, you'll sometimes have a lot of things running through your mind, but the more you breathe slowly and release slowly, you'll find these things sometimes they will dissipate. Now you want to talk to yourself and ask yourself, what is this all about? Why is my mind running so crazy? And just listen, just pay attention and listen. Okay. And when you pay attention and start listening, you're going to start to see, now you're going to get answer. And I yourself don't talk to you with a lot of words. It might give you one one thing. It might one thing alone. But you have to pay attention. Right? Now that's what I'm saying, is you have to go within. When you start to focus within yourself, start to think about your internal. Start to think about your internal self, your organs, your liver, your kidney, all of these different organs inside your lungs. Think about just the inside. Just try to focus, try to stay steady focus on just those things. And what do you need to do to help you to solve this problem? You go to a therapy will help you to unearth a lot of these things. They have techniques that they use. They have ways that they use to help you to unearth these problems or these issues that you have faced. Right? Remember, we are a people that from enslavement, colonization, and all these different things up until this day, we have never get any help to heal from these traumas that we suffer. So yes, there's brothers out there, they have books and all kind of things, and they are telling you, listen, sometimes we will get tired of each other, because sometimes we will say, oh, this brother here is not doing anything to make anything better for himself. Okay, but what I'm saying to you is, I'm not here to say that. I'm here to let you know that you can help yourself, others can help you. But the thing is, don't be afraid. If you know a brother or a sister that is close to you, that are on their spiritual journey, don't be afraid to approach them and talk to them, reason with them, right? And when you start to reason with them, they will reason back with you. Don't be afraid to put it out there. A lot of times we don't want to step out and, you know, and let others know what we are going through. Let others know what we have been through in our life. And the reason why we don't do that is because people don't keep their mouth. But you're coming into a time and a stage, and this is one thing I learned on this spiritual journey. Don't care what people think. You need to stop caring what people think. That is first and foremost, I'm going to tell you. Stop caring about what people think about you. The only important one is you, yourself. When you love and care about yourself, then you're going to do the right thing for self. So if you go to someone or someone that you trust in, if it is a spiritual person, a true spiritual brother and sister, they will not do that. They will not. They will not disappoint you in that way. Any person that claim to be spiritual and you go to them as a friend, discuss the issues that you're suffering from, and you hear it from someone else, that is not a true spiritual person. That is a fact. So I'm saying, in order to fix these issues, you have to be willing to put the work in, and it's not going to come overnight. Okay? Because I've seen a lot of brothers and sisters on YouTube and on TikTok and different places. They will there and they will tell you, how you need to do all of these things. And they are telling you that when you tap in, how you can get rich, and there's ways that you can do this and that and the other. No, we have to deal with the issues that we are suffering from before we can get to that point. You will not get to that point until you heal from the traumas that you suffer. So don't follow no schemes, okay? Because a lot of things is that what I'm saying is a lot of our people, they are capitalistic in their mentality, even though they will tell you that they are spiritual. Find that you do books and all of these things. I have nothing against a person want to write books and sell books. I don't have nothing against that. But to what is your aim? Is your aim to get rich off your own people, backs that are suffering from traumatic experience? If you're writing books, making money, and in turn, you are going to help your community and help those that are not able to afford to get these necessary therapies that they need, then it is fine. But if it is for you and you alone to get rich, and I'm not telling you nothing is wrong with getting rich. I don't want no one quote me or get me wrong that I'm saying, oh, you shouldn't get rich or you shouldn't write books. That is not what I'm saying. Because one of the things with us as a people, we like to twist things to suit ourselves. Okay? But I am saying it is important that we as a people help each other. Those that are strong must help those that are weak to become strong. That is the reality. So, what I'm saying is, if you're writing books, you're selling books, you're getting rich, what is it that you're doing to raise those up who are buying your books? Are you creating a place and a space where you can say, okay, we're going to get brothers and sisters who are trained in therapy, who are psychologists, that we can get them to help our people to heal from the traumas? Or is it that you can drive the latest luxury car, buy the big houses, move with the movie stars, and move with the people who are in the so-called high society? Is that your aim, or is that your game? Well, if that is your aim and your game, I have news for you. Different from all of these capitalistic people that has caused the trauma upon us. Hear me and hear me clearly. Because if you are extracting from your people and not returning, there is a price to pay. There is a price to pay if you are extracting from your people and not returning anything, there is a price to pay. So I'm saying, nothing wrong with you selling books. Nothing wrong with you giving speeches. Nothing is wrong with you want to, have plenty of money. Nothing is wrong with that. But what is your end game? Is your end game to help your people to heal from the traumas that they are suffering and that they have suffered all their existence on this plane so far? That is the question. You see, we who are in any one of us who are in that position, listen to me carefully. We must get together and we must create spaces and places for our people to heal from the traumas that they are suffering from. The system is not going to do it. Remember that, brothers and sisters, because they have done it for everyone else except you. So I'm not talking about no movie star. I'm not talking about no singers. I'm not talking about none of these people. I'm talking about people like you and I. Because a lot of individuals like you and I have get rich on the backs of us as a people. Because a lot of times we buy these products that they are selling. But my question is, tell me, and I want everyone to be honest with me, and tell me how many centers have you seen individuals who look like you and I have opened and say, okay, we're gonna hire, as much psychologists, much therapists, whoever we can get in our community. And I'm not talking about anyone else but melanated people, because there's lots of melanated people who are into these professions. We can do these things. But is it being done? Is it being done? You see what I'm saying? That is the fact of life. So I can come here and I can say this to you. But my thing is, like I said, and I've told brothers and sisters this before, I know what my aim is, and I know what my end game is, and I know what I'm doing. Okay? I don't just come in here and talk. I deal with reality. You see what I'm saying? I know what I'm about. You see? And my aim is always to uplift my people. My aim is to help my people in whatever way I possibly can. And that I know and that I have done. You see what I'm saying? The reality is, the reality is, we as individuals who are on these platforms, and I'll tell you this, brothers and sisters, there's lots of brothers and sisters on this platform that have made plenty of money. They do. Okay? Because they come up with products and they sell their products, which I got nothing against. I have nothing against these things. But I am saying, do not milk your community and impoverish your communities more than they are already. Use some of that resource to help your community to heal from the traumas that they are suffering from, both past and present. You see how the universe works? Let me tell you this. When you give, you receive. When you don't give, what you receive will be taken away from you. Yes. You see, I learn from nature because that is my greatest teacher is nature. And it's one thing about nature, right? Nature is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Look at all the fruit trees that you see in nature. If you're a person who grew up in an area where you see fruit trees bare, right? You realize that nature is always giving, but yet we ourselves sometimes refuse to give back to nature, to give forward to nature. We want to receive, but we don't want to give. You see, if you have a fruit tree, have you ever think sometime you should just allow some of the fruits to drop on the ground that it can help to fertilize the tree, that you can get more fruit from it? You want to receive every fruit of that tree. And if there's a bird that comes into your backyard and you have a mango tree and the bird is eating the mango tree, you want to drive the bird away because are some creature is eating some of the fruit of the tree. You want to drive them away because you don't think that they should get any. You see what I'm talking about? These are the things that we do. You see, nature is always giving. You see, so if you are receiving and you are not giving, what do you think is going to happen to you? Let me tell you this. I know of a person, they had a fruit tree, okay, was next to, was in their yard. And the fruit tree go over the neighbor's side. And the person didn't like the fact that the neighbor was receiving fruit from the tree. They decide to cut that part of the tree off that is over the neighbor. Do you know what happened to the tree? That tree stopped bearing fruit. You ever notice when the rain fall, it don't just fall on your house top? Have you ever noticed that? When did you see the rain just fall on your house top? You see, we become like the people who are extractors. And the reason, that's what I'm saying, is that the reason, if you sit and you examine this thing, look and see today, you see how Africa is rising, and the Africans who are rising up are saying no more to the West, who have been stealing everything from our people and leaving our people impoverished. Do you see what is happening to these Western people right now? They are going mad because they know they can't live without Africa. And all they have been doing is extracting, but they are not giving anything to Africa. You're taking her resources and you're not giving anything to her. And do you think that that was gonna happen perpetually into eternity? You get the drift? You get the point what I'm making now? That don't just try to extract from your people, but you must be willing and ready to return. Because if you don't, it's going to dry up. And when it dry up, where are you going to turn? Or who are you going to turn to? Are you going to turn to the people who you think when you had the money that they were your friends? Do you notice? I'll give you a scenario. Do you notice, you see, there's a story in their so-called Bible that talk about the prodigal son. You see this thing here is a correlation. Do you notice that anyone who comes from within our community and they go to these, they get welcome into these so-called rich communities because they have their talents. Their talents is their riches. And these so-called rich community take them in and they sign their contract or their deal with them. Do you realize now when they decide that they're going to come and help their impoverished community, or they are going to go and they are going to go and help to do something, the people who they signed the contract with say, no, you're not. If you do, we will take everything away from you. Everything we will take away from you that we give to you. How many times do you see that happen before? You get the drift. You see, we must always remember the source of where our wealth come from. And I'm talking about the physical wealth. You look at all of these so-called melanated celebrities. When you see our people, for instance, going to their concerts, they will spend their life savings on a ticket just to go see one of them. They will they will borrow money to go see one of them. And the funny thing is, those people that is extracting from your community that you call your celebrity, your favorite artist, your favorite singers, your favorite whatever, what have they done for your community? Have they come and do anything for you in your community? Why are you still giving them your resources when you have so much unhealed traumas that you are suffering from? Why don't you take that money and put it into yourself? And these are the reasons why sometimes we say, oh, we don't have the money to go do this and that. We don't have the money to go heal from these traumas that we are suffering. You see, yes, I greetings everyone in the house, man. Give thanks for each and every one of you that is forward into the house so far. You know, see it. Yeah, man. Live and direct, man. Give thanks. This is what I'm saying. Stop giving these people your resources, because these precious resources, you see, you're not going to go borrow money to go to therapy. You're not going to take your life savings to go to therapy, but you're going to take your money and you're going to go to see these so-called singers, these so-called entertainers. You're going to take your money and you're going to give it to them. You see how we have lost our way. That we don't care about ourselves. We care about the people who don't care about us. You care about them more than you care about yourself. You will take the little money that you have put aside, that you could go and develop yourself with, and go give it to these people who all they do is extracting from you. How is that matting out for you? When I tell you I don't go to these places, I won't give these people my money because they're not worth one penny that I have slaved for in the system. They have not. They don't. You see, I would rather to find someone in my community. That's why I tell brothers and sisters, don't just give to everyone who beg you something. Oftentimes I tell brothers and sisters, I said, in your community, there are single mothers who are there. They're not begging anyone for anything. And I'm not just talking about, sisters who don't really care. They're running around having children after children. No, you'll have one sister, she might have two child. She might maybe three. Because a man maybe, leave her for whatever reason. And she's struggling to make it. She's doing everything that she can to feed these children and do whatever she have to for them. So if you're gonna give something, give to someone like that. They're not asking you for nothing. But the thing is, those are the people oftentimes that need it the most. You have family members, because they know that they can extract from you all the time. It's not that they can do better, but they will come and they will extract from you. No, give to those who really are in need. You must allow your spirit to lead you and not your flesh. And when your spirit lead you, it will never mislead you. It can't, because spirit have to be true. You see. So allow your spirit to direct you. So when you give, it will return to you in the way that it was intended. You see, now that you come into spiritual awareness, spiritual knowledge, you start to dive down into yourself. This is how you give. This is how you help. Like I said, a lot of things is not about money. It is about creating a space and a place for your people that they can heal from the traumas that they are suffering from. These are the things that we must do. You see, you can go and say, hey, we're building supermarket. I'm not telling you nothing is wrong with that. Our people are mentally, they are not in a good mental space. So they can't appreciate love that you are going to open a supermarket. But when you start to help them to see mentally, from a mental space, you helping them to see. Now, these brothers and sisters, guess what is going to happen? They are going to say, wow, you have people teaching them, you have people showing them, you have people helping them to see where the problem lies. A lot of young brothers and sisters who are coming into their spiritual self, they don't have no one to turn to, they don't have no one to reason with. And they themselves have traumas because sometimes the homes that they are coming from. So, what is this place and the space that we are creating to accommodate them? You have these brothers, celebrity like, they go rent these big, huge arenas and they give speeches and they tell you about their books that they're writing. And they collect lots of money. What do they have set up from all those money that they are collecting? What do they have set up for your communities that these ones can benefit from? You see, that is why I'm saying we have to deal with the self awareness, self love. You have to start to get to know yourself. Stop wasting time with people. Stop minding other people's business because it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you to heal. It's not going to help you to become what you need to become. That is just the reality. Focus on yourself. Use your resource to build yourself up because until you fix yourself, you can't fix no one else. You have to learn to help yourself. When you learn to help yourself, then you can help those around you. If you are a parent, help yourself. You see what I'm saying? Help yourself. When your cup is filled, it's going to run over into theirs. But if your cup is empty, what is it that you have to give? What is it that you have to give? Yes, my brother, peace and power to you, wholeness and power to you, my brother. You know, see it. What is it that you have to give? I truly appreciate of all my brothers and sisters here in the chat room that you guys always come to this channel and you support it. But I'm saying to you guys, we have to start doing something. It's not gonna. I'm telling you, no celebrity is not gonna come and help us. None of these people is going to come and help us. We must help ourselves. Don't think, my brothers and sisters, oh, I don't have a lot of money. If you have, if we can get together and each of us can put 100, or 20, whatever you can afford, do you be amazed how far we can go with that. You will be amazed how far that can push us as a people. Let me tell you something. You see these religion that I tell you guys you need to sue? You think a lot of people give them big money? Some people give $5, $20, $50, $100. Some give 1,000. According to what you have, according to what you can afford. If we start getting serious and start to do these things, you will see changes that you cannot imagine. There is no building that is start from a huge beginning. It start from one shovel. You ever see how they start a construction project? One shovel that hit that ground first. Not 10, not 20, one. If you're going to build a house, you start digging from one particular spot. And before you know it, you have a whole foundation that is ready. And then once you see the foundation start going up, then you start to figure out what is going on. We have to build this foundation, my dear brothers and sisters. We have to come together to make the necessary changes. No one is going to make it for us. Those of us who have gone through the process, like myself, that have gone through the process, must help those that have not gone through the process as yet. You see, you see, let me tell you this. Let me tell you guys this. You think one time ago in my life, no one could tell me that I need to go get some therapy. I need to go sit down with a sister or a brother and talk to them about the things that I've been through in life. No one could have told me that before. I come to my spiritual self on this journey, realizing acceptance, which is acceptance where it starts. And so when I accept that I need to step forward and bring necessary changes from within myself in order for me to go forward, in order for me to help you, that you can help yourself and help another person, I must do it first. So I'm not here telling you something that I haven't done. I am here telling you what I have done. Brothers especially, don't think you are a man too much to go get some help. Usually that is the problem. You see what I'm saying? We don't want to talk about these things. We don't want to get with someone who can advise us, who can reason with us, who because a lot of times to go through these experiences and unhurt them, you're going to get angry. You're going to get upset because you have to face them. You have to face what they call the demons from within in order to get rid of them. And a lot of us don't want to face the demons that we have within our own self. It is the hardest battle to fight. It is the one from within your own self. It is the hardest battle to fight. The one that is within your own self, to admit that you have issues. How much of us can face ourselves and say that we have this issue that we need to fix, that we can move forward? You see what I'm saying? And when the therapist is start to talk to you and help you to unhurt the traumas that you are suffering from, don't get upset with them. They didn't do anything wrong. They are not doing anything wrong. They are just helping you to see, to mirror your own self. And when they tell you that sometimes you have to cut off your family and your family members them because they are the one that is helping to cause the trauma that you're suffering from. They are the ones that are causing you to stay in the place that you are mentally, that you can't raise up to do what you need to do. Because always this thing, oh, family, I can't forget about my family, I can't put them aside. They will put you aside. And many times, many of you here can attest that your family put you aside and go do what they have to do for themselves and don't give a crap about you. But you're always doing for them. What's wrong with us? Huh? We have to stop the madness because it's not going to stop itself. Your family will suck you dry. Your so called friends will suck you dry. You think your family gonna tell you to go get help? No, they're not. You are the source what they look to give them money. You are the source that they look to when they calling you with their problem and you helping them to solve their problem. And who you call and who can you call on to go and solve your problem? Who are you calling on to go and solve your problem? Who do you have? Especially when you come on the spiritual journey and you start to talk about spirituality, your family start to look at you like, oh, she's gone mad, he's gone mad. They need to be put into some mental institution. Am I telling a story? Am I telling a story? These are the things that we must do. Help yourself. Fix yourself. Stop wasting time. Fix yourself. You see what I'm saying? Let's help each other to heal. Those of us that come on this spiritual journey must help each other. We're not on here to fight each other. We're not on here to argue. Those days are over. It is now the time for us to heal that we can elevate and go forward. Unless you want to remain in a 3D in a 3D dimension, you can stay there. But if you want to elevate, you must learn and recognize that yes, I have my spiritual family. And that's the important family. And I'm not talking about people, let me say this again. There's a lot of people who are professing to be spiritual and they are on TikTok and everywhere trying to sell you something. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that is not, they don't even have to tell you that they're spiritual. You know that they are spiritual because they're not begging you to buy anything. They're not trying to sell you anything. They are going to help to show you how to develop yourself. And if he's a true spiritual person, I'm not telling, as I said, I make my declaration. There's nothing wrong with selling things. And I'm going to make it very clear on here because people quickly get the wrong idea and say, oh, this Brother Quick who is telling us, oh, we don't need to sell book. I didn't say that. I am saying that there's a lot of people that are getting wealthy off us as a people when they extract from us in our communities, they will not return anything to help the community to grow. They don't, and I'm not telling you to give the community money. I am saying is that the brothers and sisters who are having platforms and brothers and sisters are donating to their platform to build them up. I am saying these brothers and sisters should and supposed to develop centers into your community where you can go and get help, therapeutic help. They can go and get psychologists, different therapists to help you to get over the traumas that you have suffered and still suffering from. But how many of them have you seen done anything like that? Or even come up with this idea and say, this is how I'm going to give to my community. I'm not going to give my community physical money, but I'm going to give my community something that will always be there, not just for us today, but for those others that are coming. See, you can't always just want to extract, but not giving anything. As I said, take a page out of nature's book, and nature is always giving. Nature is always giving. The fruit trees that you see bearing, who pay them? Who pay them to bear? Who pay the fruit trees to bear that you're eating the fruit? And like I said, many of us, we have a fruit tree in our backyard. And we don't want a bird to come and eat from that fruit tree because we think every fruit on that tree should belong to us. If you see a squirrel eating a mango, you're ready to kill the squirrel. You're ready to kill any animals that you see go on your fruit tree and try to get some of the fruit on the tree because you feel that they all should be belong to you. You see the selfishness? We must stop it. We must stop that because it is a self destructive behavior. As I said, this system that you are living in and experiencing, they have, they have been extracting resources from Africa for, for years upon years, decades upon decades, for virtually nothing, and cause the people in the motherland to be suffering. And the reality is, now that the people, the ancestors within our people is rising up within them, and they are cutting them off now. Now they are starting to get the message. They are panicking because they know that sufferation is coming. They know that hardship is coming because whatever you sow, you are going to reap. And for all of the blood that they have spilled during these times that they have been extracting Africa's wealth from its people and using it for only their benefit and for their purpose, and not returning the goodness to the people, you have to pay for all the crimes that you have committed. You see, that is the principle. Whatever we sow, this is what we also shall reap. You see, these are the things that we are saying. You see, we have to look after each other because we are our sisters and our brothers' keepers. We are each other's keeper. You see what I'm saying? We are each other's keeper. Whether we want to admit it, yes or no. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, right now, right here, the days of selfishness is over. The days of selfishness is over. The days of selfishness is over. When I tell you this is the age of Aquarius, you guys don't realize how important this is. You see how things is this year? Wait until next year. Wait until the coming year. It's just a few months away. Okay? We know that January is not the start of the year, but in their dimension and in their so-called mind, they set it up that way. But I'm telling you, this is an action here. This year is payment, and payment is not going to stop. It's just the beginning. For those who have done the damage to this planet, the payment has started and it's not going to stop until every single blood that has spilled on this planet is paid for. I promise you that. And that is the reality. We are living in the age of the known. We are living in the age of truth. No, my sister, don't believe. No, this is not a believe age. The age of belief was the Piscean age. You came out of the Piscean age. This is the age of truth. This is the age of the known. You can't believe anymore. You have to know. That is why I always stress and emphasize on this platform that our ancestors did not leave behind. You must believe in thyself. Our ancestors were not believers. They say you must know thyself. Know thyself. The construct of the Piscean age was the age of belief, the age of distortion, deception, lies, and corruption. The age of Aquarius is the age of truth, the age of revealing, the age of knowing. We have to stop believing. Believe is not a truth, it's a lie. You see what I'm saying? Don't believe in yourself. No, know yourself. These are false realities that we have been living. That is why I said we have to go through this healing process. We have to heal from the traumas that we have suffered. You see, we must heal from the traumas that we have been suffering from. And when we heal from the traumas that we have been suffering from, the next generation is not gonna suffer the same penalty or the same consequence. You see, yes, my sister. You see, we are here to help each other. We are here to help each other wholeheartedly. Is what I'm saying. We are here. That is what I'm here for. I'm just here as your reflection. You see what I'm saying? Is that's all I am. I'm just a reflection of yours. I'm your brother. And I'm reflecting yourself to yourself. We are from the all that is in all. You see what I'm saying? We are one. I am because you are. You are because I am. You see, that is who we are. You see, we are African. We are African. Ubuntu. You see what I'm saying? So we have to be here to help each other to come into awareness of self. That is our work because we are a reflection of each other's. And this is what I tell my people. If you know the reality of us as a people, do you know that before European came, as Africans, we never used mirrors? We never have mirrors? No. You were my reflection and I was your reflection. These are things that we need to understand and we need to understand. They brought mirrors, they brought alcohol, they brought these things to us. Why? To mislead us. You see, yes, we are one family. As African people, we are one. You see, these are the realities. So I'm saying that it's time for us to get serious. I don't just want wants to come on this platform and we just talk about these things and then we forget about them. We must put these things into action. We must put these things into action. no matter how small, but what is small will become great. You see what I'm saying? So we have to come together with whatever we have and we put it together and we help each other. You see, we have to make application. It's action. What makes your word become powerful is the action that you take with the word that have been spoken. That's what makes you become powerful. You see? So when you speak a word, in order for the word to go forth and become powerful, you must back it up with action. No, my sister, you're not being judged, man. Don't trust me, Kali. No, 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 no. I don't want you to take it that way. I mean, no, no, no. My sister, this is a house of love. No, no, no. Don't take it that way. You see, I don't want you to get that idea. You see, this is a house of love. This is a house where we come. And we come into the house to bring truth. And we come into the house to help each other to grow. That is the reality here. You see what I'm saying? So no, no need for apologies or any of these things in this house, man. We have to look after each other. We have to help each other. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is, really and truly. You see, sometimes I just, drawing a comment here and there and, by developing up and, and things like that. You see what I'm saying is so, my sister, don't think that way. Not in this house, man. This house is a house of love. You see the only people them when them come into this house and start talk some foolishness about Christianity and all of these different things where we're not interested in. And we just to make them leave the house. You see what I say? No, but this is all in love. You see, because we are here to help each other to heal from all of the traumas and all of the things that we are suffering from. That is what we are here for. Is to go into ourselves. We are just reflection, like I said. I am just your reflection. You see, and that's why I said we have to talk to our own self. See, because it is self development. And the more we develop ourselves, the stronger we will become. You see, this is what is happening. You see, because the system is here, systematically here. We are here just to grow together. It's very, very important to understand and understand that. It's about growth. And me, I'm just a messenger here. See, and I am just here to bring what is needed to be brought forth. That we can work together, that we can come together. Those of us that are of a true spiritual mindset. Is what I'm saying is, and when I say the reason why I'm emphasizing true spiritual mindset is because I know previously, many years ago, they had what they call the conscious community. You don't hear people talking about that no more because the conscious community is not, is almost non-existent anymore, in existence anymore. That's not there. Everyone now, because we have been coming on a spiritual thing for quite some time now. And what is happening that these ones now they just jump off that bandwagon and they jump on the spiritual train. They try to bail onto the spiritual train because what they are trying to do is to capitalize on spirituality. And it's a very dangerous thing to do. You see what I'm saying? It's a very dangerous thing to do. But there's many that is capitalizing on it. Right? But that's what I'm telling you. A true spiritual person is not about extracting from their community, but a true spiritual person is going to be the one who sees what his community need. He or she is going to see what their community need, and they are going to come towards their community and strengthen their community. They are going to come and work with their community and uplift their community. That is what a true spiritual sister or brother will do. When you see that your people are suffering from traumas and are going through a lot, you're going to come and you're going to create the atmosphere that brothers and sisters can heal from the trauma. You're not going to come and put on some big show and charge how much money for them to come in, and like these religious organization that they have these big arenas that they rent, and they get people to come in and pay how much money, and then they use that money to go benefit themselves and themselves only. What I'm saying is that what we are doing in a spiritual way is whatever comes with it towards us, it is about developing up our community. It is about helping our people to heal from all of the traumas that they have suffered from, both physical, psychological, emotional, any one of these things, any one of these, whatever era you're suffering from, because every single one of us, as a people, melanated people, every single one of us have suffered from trauma. Every single one of us. There's none of us that is exempt from these traumas that we have suffered from as a people. Not one of us can put our hands up and say, I have no trauma. We can't. Sometimes we go on and we feel some way within our own self, even when we think we have life together. And sometimes we can't even explain why we feel in the way we do. Because the trauma that you are experiencing is not directly to you. It may be coming from your parents, or even your grandparents, or even your great grandparents that has come down to you. You see, these are the things that we must realize, because your grandparents has never healed from the traumas that they have suffered. Yeah, Freddie. Yeah, you see, that's one of the things that your family will always say. That you're going crazy. Once you come into spirituality, that is the first thing people will start to say. You are going crazy. You're losing your mind. You see what I'm saying? Is that is one of the things. So yeah, I've gone through those processes, my brother. But you see, let none of those things detour you. Let none of those things phase you. Do what you must. Elevate. You see what I'm saying is. And the funny thing is, you don't even have to drive those people away from around you. They will just naturally repel. They will go away. You see, because they don't want to be around people who they call crazy. You see what I'm saying is. So the reality is now, you have to take your course. You have to start to examine yourself. And I'm telling you, once you get into this place, you'll start to look at yourself and see some things that you have been through. And you're going to get to the point, like I said, after you go through all of these experiences, right? Where you basically, like I said, once you start getting the help you need, or you start to help yourself, because you can help yourself. Some of us are strong enough to do that. Some of us are not. Some of us need help. But once you've gone through that phase, you're going through that phase, then you're going to look behind and you're going to think like, wow, did I really escape from all of that? And there's times when you're going to start to laugh to yourself. There's times when you're going to really start to truly experience life in a more fuller and a greater way, that you are just going to think, wow, you're going to like, man, you just start looking and seeing like all the things that you experience. You see why they were necessary for you to experience them, in order for you to come and be in the place that you are, and see that you are worthy. You are worthy of the place that you find yourself, and no one can count you as unworthy. That's the reality. I'm telling you, once you heal, you're going to look around and you're going to think, instead of you thinking in a sad way, instead of you start feel bad or anything like, no, you're gonna feel happiness. You, for the first time, you're really going to feel happiness, and you're going to, the self-love is, it can be overwhelming. The self-love can be overwhelming when you come into this place, what I'm talking about. That is the difference. I'm telling you, is something to experience that experience. You come into this place where nothing bother you, nothing frighten you, because there's nothing to be afraid of. So it's a beautiful place to arrive at, where you realize you don't allow things to throw you off balance anymore. You don't allow neither things nor people to throw you off balance. In the point now, you're gonna be in the place where you start to saying, you know, wow, when people try to get you upset, you'll just laugh. You will find yourself in a place where people, you're not going to allow people, is what I'm saying, to come into your space and get you upset. You'll just laugh at them, and they will get upset more, and they'll think like, they will, instead of you getting upset, the people around you will get upset, is what I'm saying. That's the beauty in all of this. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to find yourself in, my dear brothers and sisters. So I'm telling you, it is worth every effort. It worth everything. It is worth more than any amount of money. It is worth more than gold. It is worth more than anything that anyone can offer you to be in this place. Yeah, you see, because the system is about to control you in the mental. They like to control the mental space. That's why I said, when I said to you, to everyone, and you will understand, I don't want a piece of my mind, because most people will get, oh, I just want peace of mind. No, I don't want peace of mind. I want my whole mind. I want the whole mind, because if I only have a piece of it, then someone else have the rest of it. Who have the rest of my mind? I will not allow anyone to have any of my mind. My mind belongs to me. So I don't want peace of mind. I want my own mind. You see what I'm saying is? Yeah, Melissa, that is good. You see what I'm saying is, so we all are going through these processes. And as I said, it is work, it is continuous work. But the more you do it, the more beautiful it becomes. You will watch yourself blossom just like a flowers. I'm telling you, it is worth every ounce of energy that you have within you. And when you reach this place, you don't allow people to suck your energy. You don't allow those energy vampire in your space anymore. These are the benefits. You're just gonna feel so free that you can't imagine that this is ever was ever possible for you to feel this free. This is what I'm saying. You will never imagine that you could feel this free. It's the truth. It is worth every ounce of your time and energy. No money, no possession can buy this. That's why I said this. Don't talk about freedom. Talk about being free, truly free. You see, you see what I'm saying? So let's help those in our community that is coming into their spiritual awareness. We must help each and every one to see that we are there for them. We are prepared to receive them, to give them the strength that they need, to let them know that they are not alone. I often hear my brothers and sisters saying how they feel lonely, how they feel alone. Well, you are never alone. You are never alone. I know throughout my journey, now I can look around and I can say, and I can thank my ancestors because they have never left me. throughout my journey. They have always been with me. They have always guided and protect me throughout my journey. Yes, that's a fact. So I'm saying to each and every one of us, don't ever let selfishness take you over on this journey. You see, so I am a very happy person. Yes. Sometimes people might see me in the street but you see, the funny thing is that sometimes people see me in the street, people look at me and they think, you know, oh, this man, it looks serious or whatever it is. My thing is this look. That's fine. I don't have to laugh every time. I love to laugh, but I don't have to laugh every time. I am happy from within, you see, and it's a beautiful thing for me. So these days, can't rattle my cage. I won't allow nothing to, because the reality is my self worth, my self preservation, my happiness. Nah, can't give that up for anything. You see, when you get angry, you get off balance. And in order for you to keep your balance, you must lose anger. You see what I'm saying? Lose anger. Give thanks, MJ. You must lose anger because anger is not good for you. It throws you off balance. It throws you off rhythm. It throws you off synchronicity. You see what I'm saying? Yes, Freddie, the age of Aquarius is a very powerful time, brother. Take full advantage of it right now. You see what I'm saying is, but we must work on that self. We must work on ourself, and we must heal and we must help each other too. That is just the reality, is what I'm saying is. So it's about growth, it's about development, it's about truth. You see what I'm saying is. And so I give thanks for each and every one to come forward and that we could have this reason. You see it? Yeah, man, it's more love, more life, more power, more strength to each and every one who forward in. Yeah, so yeah, man, give thanks for life, give thanks for the love, and give thanks, for all of the love, always, man. Yeah, man, Denise, Melissa, yeah, man, Freddie, yeah, man, give thanks. Um, yeah, so we have to just keep looking after ourselves, looking after each other, see it, and that is the way, see it. As I said, my email is always African Liberation Station at gmail.com. So you can always reach me there and we can, have a one-on-one vibes and we can talk about things need to, that we can talk about and see how we can develop ourselves. And, I will tell you things that is happening that I don't necessarily talk about and here, so we are doing things. I'm just letting you guys know that we are doing things. And so yes, we have those things being put in place for greater development for each other and for our people. So that is the journey, that is the way. Seeing, so it's more love, more life, more power, more strength, more guidance, more protection, more abundance. And when we say abundance, and abundance, we're not just talking about money, we are talking about wealth. Your health is your wealth. And anything that you need, it will come to you when you get to really know yourself and become in tune with yourself. Seeing? Yeah, man, give thanks. So I look forward to the next one, where I come forward and see all of you guys on here. Yeah, man, Jaren, Gary, see it? And everyone that is in the house, man, it's more love, more life. And you guys have a great night. And, look forward to it, man. There can, Yeah, man. Give thanks, Give thanks each and every one. Truly, truly, I always appreciate of you guys joining the live and coming in the house, seeing. Yeah, man. I know there's lots and lots of ones and ones on here. I you know, don't get a chance to call all the names, but yeah, man. I see all of you guys, man, all the time. You see it. But all the guys, man, are warriors, man. So let's join hands in hands and let's work together in harmony, you know, with the strength and bring in the balance. Seeing? Yeah, man.